The river is absolutely incredible today. It's about 90 degrees, the water is clear, it's just hot as can be. A little bit of a breeze, but that's not going to slow us down. We're going to go metal detecting when we get to the spot. And I'm in the kayak now, and I'm just kind of floating down a ways. There's a ford down here I want to check out. The ford is a place where soldiers and wagons and whatever would cross the river in the times when there weren't bridges, or when the bridges were out, like during the Civil War. So they'd have to actually get out and wade across the river. And if it was higher than it is now, it was very treacherous and dangerous. So I'm floating down, going to the spot. I happened to look over, and I went over some river treasure that is now up there. So I have to put you away for a minute, and we're gonna go look at it and see if it's worth getting. Just give me a minute, gotta pedal back up river. All right, so we're just above it. I'm gonna float by, put you under, let you take a look at it, and tell me if you think we should jump out of the kayak and grab it. Tell me what you think, and hold your breath. Well, I think it was definitely worth getting out of the kayak, so let's paddle back up a little bit, and I'll get out where I can stand up. I think it's probably 4 or 5 feet deep there, and we'll pick it up and see if it's any good. Maybe put it to use a little bit later today. Let's go back up river. It's like the 5th time I've gone by it trying to get a shot of it. But we'll get it this time for sure. Man, that river's pretty today, isn't it? Isn't it? All right, let's wade down there and see what we got. It's actually not that deep. It's only waist deep, so I was a little bit off on that. Oh, that might be 4 feet there. Oh, it's a good one. Ooh-wee, it's wet. Water's warm though. Lift it up with my foot. What do we got? Oh no. Oh, is that any good? All right, so I don't know if that thing's any good or not. I'm guessing it's probably not top of the line, but rod, which might have a fishy on it, looks like it's in good shape. So we'll go ahead and, well, we're going to keep it regardless, but we'll go ahead and get that line wound in. That looks pretty beat, but the rod will be good. First bit of treasure. Woo-wee. Man, that's nice, isn't it? Wish you were out here with me. All right, I got the rod and reel in the boat. I got a slight change of plans. Let's go ahead. Well, I went ahead and put my mask and snorkel on. I thought what we would do would just get in the river and we'll just float down looking for treasure until we get down to the ford, which is not too far down there, but it's a little ways. There could be Civil War cannonballs out here, just never know, because there was definitely Civil War activity in the area. I just can't resist the water, man. If you were here, you'd understand. It's like not quite bathtub warm, but almost. Hold your breath. Again. All right, so we made it to the fording area, and I got out and I went under a little bit, and I got a horseshoe down there, so I'm pretty sure we're at the right spot. If this doesn't pan out, I got another spot we can go to where I have found Civil War stuff for sure in the past. And I'm sure we can find some more old coins too, like reals and stuff. Hope that wind's not too bad for you. Let's go ahead and get underwater and see what we can find. We'll get this first horseshoe where I found first. It's a little over knee deep here. I don't know. We'll go down to those shallow in the riffles too and look around. Maybe it's shallower down there, but I suspect we're pretty much on the ford right here. Nice, hard, solid bottom. It's a little deeper than I like to see it though. I went ahead and put that horseshoe in the boat because it's a really sharp edge, and I wanted to remind you that I'm going to dig all the iron that I hear today too, because it might not be just horseshoes, it could be cannonballs and pistols and gun wrenches and bayonets in here too. So I'm going to dig all of the bigger iron, anything that size, you know, that half horseshoe or larger. These rocks are really mineralized. The metal detector's making a lot of noise. If I get that big heavy piece of iron out, I don't know what it is. Maybe bolt hole or something through it, but it's heavy, solid piece of like cast iron. Probably weighs 5 pounds at least. It's probably lost in the ford because I can't imagine it would come down river on its own. But you never know, I guess. We'll throw in the boat. So I had my very first Civil War bullet. Unfortunately, these rocks, it's really shallow and the rocks are hard to stand on. It's nothing, I don't know, I can't snorkel here. It's way too shallow. That's a perfect bullet there, and there's more signals in the hole. Let's see what they are. Right there. Oop, it's not reading very high, but get a little bit of squeak on it. That's definitely a bullet signal there, though. Oh, it's gonna be loaded with bullets. Paid. Lots of iron too. That's not a bad squeak, but I feel pretty good about right in there. What do you say? Let's check them out. I'm gonna put the machine. I'm gonna turn the machine off. Just get the pinpointer out. So we got 3 bullets out of that little hole with just you know, those signals and getting the pinpointer out. Lots of iron. You saw little pieces of iron. It looked like little pieces of melted lead, which was kind of weird. I'm going to try to stand back up and get the metal detector going and see if we can get some more high squeaks. Usually I like to either stay all the way in the water or stand up, but it's really hard right here because it's just so slippery to stand up, and then I don't want to hurt myself. I got a big trip coming up in about a week, and I got to stay healthy and strong for that. That ford just about wore me up. That swift water and the slick rocks, and it was terrible. I'm totally worn out. What I'm doing is I'm headed back up the river and to the boat ramp, and I'm going to go along the edge and see what we can find. Going to metal detect some more, but also going to eyeball, because I see a bottle right here. I saw this over here against the bank. I thought we'd come take a look at it. Ah, it's broken. I just dug this piece of brass, which is kind of cool actually. Got a nice design on it. I can't make it out though. All right guys, this is the end of the day. Boy, I tell you, we've been on the river for about 5 hours. Didn't do too bad. I mean, we found some stuff, but boy, it was the hardest digging I think I've had all season. Between the slipperiness of that flat rock with the gunk on it, and the current, man, it just wore me out. You can see we're getting on toward evening. This is probably one of the oddest things, because that looks like a throwing horseshoe to me. That doesn't look like one that a horse would wear, and I don't know what it would be doing out in the middle of the river. So that's really strange. What else we find here? That's that big piece of iron. No idea what that is. I'm just kind of setting the stuff on a log here while I go through it. I thought that was a horseshoe or something, but it is. I guess it's just some type of ring. I'm not sure. Iron ring. And it's junk. It's like I don't even care if it falls out of the boat. Let's see. A little piece of copper pipe, probably. Not sure what that is. Man, that thing's worn, isn't it? Look at that. That's iron. It's a piece of iron, but it's really, really river worn. Doodads, little folded leads, probably no sinker. Got a little spoon. I don't think that's too old. Top two squeeze tube of some sort. Probably like, here's a little fired bullet, but that's modern, unfortunately. I think you've seen about everything. That's probably the inside to a clock. Yeah, this was kind of neat. This came out of a crack. This is like the leather sole to a shoe. I'm not sure if I was hearing those little brass screw nails in there. Probably. This I'm not sure about. It looked almost like a trigger guard at first, but if it is, it's to something I'm not, some type of weapon, gun that I'm not familiar with. Of course, the best finds are the bullets. You found these almost right in the very beginning too. Little hole with 3 drop mini balls in it. If you look at the grooves cut in it and the base, you can see it's really worn. So that thing laid on a rock and swirled back and forth over the years in the floods. Whenever it was really flooded, it did that and kind of wore it smooth. I've seen these things worn down to almost nothing. And these were wedged down in the crack, so they don't have much wear on them at all, which is nice. And found this piece of brass too. I don't know what that is, but it's got a really nice little design on it. I was putting stuff away and I almost forgot these 2 other things. This looks like a button. This was in the ford. It was wedged up in that little rock. Looks like it's got 3 letters on it maybe. Hopefully it's an AVC, Alabama Volunteer Corps, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know if we'll ever know what that is for sure. I'll try to get a close-up picture of it. And also got this, which is an Indian head scent of some sort. I don't know if, yeah, we'll get a date off of that. Not every day you find a coin that's older than yourself. I guess so, unless you're just one of the youngsters. That's about it. A couple broken horseshoes and call it a day. We'll get back out again tomorrow and we'll find some more stuff. I hope you're looking forward to it. I know I am. I'm also looking forward to getting home and getting some food. Hope you join me next time. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying
or if you're living or somewhere in